Greetings everyone, what is up? Welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve, and you're back in the apartment. In this video, we're going to be checking out Robo-War. This is going to be part 3 of the series, which is the game review. I'm going to pick you up in just a moment and walk you through the game and some interesting details, the history of Robo-War, and maybe some things you never knew about the game, which is often not very much seen. I'm going to pick you up now. Let's get right to it. Let me show you a closer look at Robo-War. Now, we're going to do this live, so let me just take you. Now, a lot of people haven't seen this game. Everyone I show, they go, what game is this? So I'll give you a little bit of information about it. It's a Robo-War came out in April 1988 by Premier Gottlieb. There's the attract mode. Again, one of the games that had a really cool attract mode to bring you in. It is a low-run game. It is hard to find in good condition, especially with a good play field, which I'll show you. There was 2,130 ever made, and a lot of them, believe it or not, went overseas. Now, I explained this in the second part when I show the game and the inside the cabinet, that often you see a lot of wear on these games because the Mylar stops right here. So again, this is a very hard game to find on Pinside, which, if you don't know, is a very predominant pinball, and I would say the best and the most information based and informative pinball forum and information guide. Some controversy sometimes, but that's fine. You'll see that, again, there's not that many made, and a lot of collectors. I think I'm the 59th collector to have it in their collection, which is not too much. Now, right now, I was playing with the back glass, and normally there's a fluorescent tube, which you see in part 2. It doesn't have your standard LED lights or incandescent. It's one fluorescent tube like a marquee on a video game. More about the game. It's a Gottlieb System 80B hardware. Now, often it's not the most reliable. You have to do a lot of things to it due to the bad ground returns. So you do need to kind of bulletproof the game, which we're going to be doing later on. Yeah, that's bad, not bad glare. So again, it's a beauty. This is going to clean up nice. The game design was from John Trudeau and John Norris. John Trudeau has made a lot of great games. The latest one and last one was Ghostbusters. An unfortunate past because apparently now he was charged with child porn allegations. I don't know what really happened. I haven't really followed up. But it's unfortunate because he was a great game designer. And the music in this and a good, there it is, cool track home. A cool segue to that is, in my opinion, and the reason why I got the game is I think it has the best music in all of pinball. Very reminiscent of a kind of video game, an 80s video game. Very neat, very it's very high action, really fast. This game also shares almost like a brother, which is TX Sector, another amazing Gottlieb Premier, very similar, really great soundtrack as well. And overall, I think TX Sector is a better game, but I just don't think the soundtrack is as good. I still think Robo-War is #1 in my opinion. A lot of people are saying, John Trudeau was saying back in the day, this game got a lot of influence. It's almost like an updated remake of Sinbad Pinball, and there's a lot of similarities to it. Now, when I look at it, I know Sinbad had 4 flippers. This only has the 2, but apparently there's a lot of similarities on the whitewood compared to this. Also, I do see that Stern has taken a little bit of a design to this Stern Mustang. If you look at Stern Mustang, if you look at the layout, there's a lot of similarities to this game to Mustang. So they might have taken, again, the design from it, which is very possible, which is kind of cool, very similar layout. And I've only played Mustang a few times, but I never knew it. Now, next time I play it, I'll really know. And again, looking at the top here. So this display was kind of neat. Only a few games had that. TX Sector has it, Excalibur has it, I think Bonebusters has it, Diamond Lady has it, and this is where they had the scores at top, player 1, 2, 3, and 4. So when you're, just say I was playing here, you know, if we're way back here, just hanging out in the arcade, we can see who's the leader and who's winning. So that's a really neat design that this had. It's different apparently up there. It's a pretty reliable system, but apparently it's a little messy up there because you have to deal with a hanging back box. Now, for some rules to the game, it's a 2-ball multi-ball. So then once you get multi-ball, you just shoot it up in that ramp, and then it hits it, and then the other ball comes down. Now, to get multi-ball, and some features about the game is you'll shoot it up, and then it takes down this wire form into this hole, and then from there, this ramp will actually lift, and you hit the ball in there, and then it activates a switch, and then from there you get 2 multi-balls, or a second ball, which is multi-ball. And then something about the game rules. Now, the game's very basic. It's really not too deep, but the big thing to really do here is you see these rollover targets. Now, Gottlieb reversed them. So normally in other games, you'll see them where they're not activated, or they're off per se. Well, this one's reversed. So all of them are on, and you have to take the ball through it and then delight the Robo-War and delight the lights through the switches and then through the lanes there. And then that's one way to spell that. So you have to get all 4, and then that will light on R or any letter. Another way to do that is you have to destroy the alphas. So alpha 3, alpha 2, alpha 1. So you're in succession. So it's 3, 2, and 1, which normally be the other way, but I guess it's harder first. There's no memory on the game, so if you drain, it starts you back at alpha 3. So once you drop those 6 drop targets, then it spots another letter. And once you start to progress, you go past the O, then you can start to light the extra ball. And then once you complete all the lights in Robo-War, you see these specials. These are all the same. There's 4 special indicators. So if it's randomized, so whatever you hit on the playfield. So I've only done it twice. It's not hard, or it's not easy, sorry. It's hard. Cool. Look at that. So it's not easy. So then once you light Robo-War, somewhere on the playfield, either here, which you have to hit this switch, rollover. This one's the toughest one. It's dangerous because when it goes down here, usually it falls through this spot through the playfield. And then often, that one's probably the easiest one, or also to hit that target, which gives you amazing base. So hitting the special gives you a big bonus. Obviously, there's all the rulings there. I'm going to have to reprint this because it's a little dirty. And but you can see it online. That obviously you have to replace. So that's really it. And then hitting the multipliers, again, you can go 8 times 4. And then, you keep building up the scores, and then multi-bonuses. And then again, on these games, they had a unique feature with these Gottlieb Premiers. These are simply to enter your initials up there, which is kind of interesting. Just to enter your initials, they had buttons. But again, a very simple, fast game, not too deep. But it's a fast game that when you want to just play a few, you don't have to really think. The music is hard-hitting. It's fun. It's a really engaging pinball machine. It gets you going. The music, like I said, is my favorite, and the reason why I bought the game. If this game had really shit music, I wouldn't buy it. The main reason I bought it is because the music. Now, it's kind of cool because, it's a fast, quick game compared to just, say, my Hobbit over there, which is forever. But also, again, it's a really fun and unique game. It's always good to have a unique collection, because the worst thing I wanted to do when I created Top Tier is have a collection where everything's the same. Like having a lot of the 90s Williams is great, the WPC. At the same time, it's the same old thing. So having a rare one in your collection is really cool. Also, my Atlantis is pretty rare, and my Turtles. The only game that's actually pretty common that I have is Hobbit, only because they're still making them, technically. And there's different versions. But the 3 games, and then Swords of Fury is, pretty common. But you don't see it too often. But again, a lot of my games, especially these ones, they're not too common. Later on, obviously, if I build my collection and all goes well, I see more common games. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's Robo-War. Again, beautiful game. I can't wait to restore it. It will clean up nice. Very nice. And again, it shouldn't take too much to restore. I just don't know because remember I was telling you guys in part 2, if you haven't seen it, that obviously the wood here is, the paint's been, worn over the years. I contacted the person that has the artwork, and they won't get back to me only because I'm a Canadian buyer. And apparently who sells this is someone in Europe, and there's a problem with their post office and our postage. And apparently there's so many complaints and returns. They said, oh, if you're in Canada, it says right on their website, don't bother emailing. I'm like, oh, shit. Because I also wanted the inner art blades, and I don't know what we're going to do. I may have to get an American friend of mine to order it, but then it's a lot of work. Similar with the manual. They won't send it to me. They go, you're not American, we're not sending it. I'm like, oh, come on. But again, with COVID going on and whatever, I get it. But again, not a priority. We can always do that, and there's no rush. So far, it's working. But you know what, guys? I don't want to ramble. That's it. Thank you again for checking out Top Tier. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, if there's something I don't know about the game, please comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. A lot more coming out. Should be an interesting, summer. I'm going to have some time off. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, really. But let me know if you need anything. It's always been a pleasure. Thanks for checking out Top Tier. Peace.